Hey there folks, Nick here, and as you can see, we're playing a bit of NBA 2K18 right here. Now, this is a bit of a different video. Obviously I'm doing a voiceover, and there's no real gameplay happening at the moment, and there's a point to this video. Bear with me. First of all, welcome. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Most of what you see here is going to be gaming sort of stuff and a lot of fun as well. So we have a bit of fun here, and I love to get your feedback on what you think of what I'm doing with this channel. Leave me a comment. I read every single comment. I know every YouTuber says they read every single comment, but I literally do, and I replied at 99% of them as well. So if you'd like to have a bit of a dialogue with me, give me a bit of feedback, maybe get some feedback back from me, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, if you'll enjoy this video, please hit that like button. Now let's get into the premise of this video. I've been playing NBA 2K18 for about the last month now. I got it about the first week of December in 2018, and we're now in the middle of January, so yeah, about a month or so. And I've gotten significantly better at the game. That was one of the reasons I bought the game. I reckon I bought NBA 2K15 or something like that a long time ago now. And I literally played it once, disliked it. The learning curve on the 2K NBA games, from my personal point of view, the learning curve is huge. But once you do get over that hump, the game does get a little bit more tolerable. So you'll see in some future videos some of my gameplay. I haven't really recorded much of my early stuff, apart from the video you're watching now, which I'll upload the corresponding video in the coming days. You'll understand what I mean. So as you can see at the moment, we're watching Shammy and DJ doing the little cutscene with Boo Boo and introducing and all that sort of thing, and that's all very fun. But the point of this video is to highlight one of the things that I find most annoying, and you've just seen it there, that little cut from one cutscene to another. Basically what I'm showing you in this video is all the loading times and unskippable cutscenes between the end of one game and the end of the next one. So you get to see a whole game in the corresponding video, of course, as well as my training and, you know, going to my agent and all that sort of thing. All you're seeing here is all the cutscenes. So this might not be the most interesting video for everyone. I apologize if it isn't, but it does highlight my most frustrating thing about NBA 2K18. And that is literally, and I'm finally getting to this, the loading times of the game. So this entire video that you're watching right now, which obviously we're waiting for a loading screen at the moment, this entire video that you're watching right now is just under 43 minutes long. So that's from the end of the game that you saw the Shammy and DJ walking out from before, all the way to basically the start of the the end of the next game. Now, as I said, 45 minutes roughly, so 43 minutes it was. And what you're looking at here is roughly 15 minutes of just straight cutscenes and unskippable stuff. So out of 45 minutes of playing, 1/3 of that time is spent literally just looking at the screen, waiting for something to happen. Or waiting for a moment when interactivity becomes something that I can actually take part in. So obviously now we're sort of getting our Gatorade up and getting all that, making sure that we're heading off to training, and that's all happening in the background while all these loading screens are happening. It's just very frustrating, and it really detracts, personally, in my personal opinion, it really detracts from the gameplay. I mean, you really get into the zone, you're getting really good at something, you know, that bit there is really working for, all right, let's get on to the next game so that I can, no, we've got cutscenes and loading scenes, and Shammy wants to tell you something, and Brian wants to tell you all about his stupid mother taking photos of him where he has 3 chins. And then you got to talk to B-Fresh, of course, because B-Fresh has to have her little bit. it's very frustrating. Personally, only personally. You might enjoy the cutscenes and the not the interactivity, the immersion into the story. And I totally understand that. If that's what you bought this game for, then you're certainly going to get it. But there should be an option, I think, to either be included in the story or not included in the story. And I don't want to play the game offline. I know that you can load the game up while you're not logged into the PlayStation Network, and you can play as an actual offline character and never have any of that cutscene stuff happening. But the issue with that, and I haven't tried this, and sorry about my voice breaking there. The issue with that, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong, but as far as I understand, when you play in that mode, you don't get your VC or something. There's certainly something that, from what I've watched videos on YouTube about it, that certainly you miss out on when you play the offline mode. So I haven't gone to that extent yet. And I have to say, one of the other things that I find a bit frustrating is that you can't just go to a menu to look at all these things. So if I want to talk to Brian and pick up my check, this is the 21st century. And this game is set in the 21st century. We have internet banking and direct deposits and stuff like that these days. I mean, he could send it to my PayPal. I don't understand why I have to walk into an office and collect a check. I don't get paid like that in real life. I don't think any of you guys get paid like that in real life, unless, of course, you're working a cash job, which I don't imagine the NBA is. We don't get paid hand-to-hand anymore. These days are gone. Aside from the loading screen issues, the continuously loading game, I really enjoyed the game. I think 2K could really, really put in some effort, and obviously 2K19 has come out, and I haven't played that yet. But from what I've watched on YouTube, it looks like the loading screens are still very similar. I don't understand if EA can do it with FIFA, which is obviously a game that I have experience with, where in between when there's loading screens, you're able to do something interactive, whether that be a little training drill, whether it just be running around in circles because you can't be bothered doing the training drill. Whatever it is, you've got something to look at that isn't just a little thing working its way up to 100% and a blurry, Gaussian blurred screen. Again, my personal opinions only, but I feel like either there needs to be an option to either disable the cutscenes and all the nonsense, or it needs to be loading in the background while those cutscenes are happening. So, for instance, right now we're watching the pre-game show, and this is a fantastic thing. I love this. This is beautiful, because the game is loading in the background whilst you're watching this mildly entertaining pre-game show. Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie do a great job. And I enjoy watching them, and I like getting these little stat things that pop up while you're watching the pre-game show. Now, obviously, we're going to go a bit longer than the length of the pre-game, the loading time here, and that's mostly for continuity, because, I feel like if I cut this bit in half and then put the other half in the corresponding video, you're not really going to get the context or the point of it. So I've left this bit in. It has made this portion of the video slightly longer, but, I think I've also done the same thing in the corresponding video, where while the game is playing, there are some bits you can't skip that I've left in there. So the game itself in the corresponding video is in its entirety, from start to finish, the way it was streamed. So hopefully Shaq and Ernie and Kevin here will shut the hell up very soon, and we can get over to the game. But essentially, as I said, I've been enjoying this game a lot. It's been a lot of fun. It's been awfully challenging. I am only playing it on pro difficulty because of the issues I've been having with just not being able to learn how to play the game. There are a lot of controls that I'm not familiar with, and I think that's my biggest difficulty in coming to grips with this game, is literally all the various different controls and combinations of controls and combinations of button presses. Now, for someone like me who grew up playing, 2-button games and things like that, it has been a bit of a difficult adjustment, but I have gotten better. And, I'm starting to do moves in the game whereby I'm using more than one button at a time. I'm using both analog sticks now, which is something I was really never able to do before. And I've got to say, this game has really helped my actual gaming ability quite a bit. So yeah, that's me. Other than that, guys, this video is going to be about 15 minutes long, and we're about 10 minutes in now. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. I have taken a bit of a break for the first half of January this year. Just spend a bit of time with the family and catch up on some practicing NBA 2K18. But I hope everyone had an awesome Christmas and a fantastic New Year. I still have my 50 subscriber special coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. It's logistically making me it's a bit difficult to logistically organize, but we're getting there. I promise you we're getting there. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you hit that like button. I hope you hit subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Does this 2K18 loading time annoy you? Do you play the game? Have you thought about playing the game? Have you played the new one? Should I get 2K19? Give me a good compelling reason why I should get 2K19 ASAP and start playing it and streaming it for you guys. Other than that, guys, I'm pretty much done here. I don't know what else I can really talk about. I've got about 3 more minutes to talk, and for me, where I'm someone who normally doesn't shut the hell up, I'm running into a blank. So let's just watch me fail here at trying to shoot jump shots from above the free throw line, and I'll shut up for a bit. I don't think I've hit one yet. I've bricked 3 in a row. 4. I think I might have hit that one, but I think the other ball helped it. But this one, that one's good. Oh, now look, we got 2 in a row. And then a layup. So in this pre-game thing, it's personally just a little ritual of mine. Normally what I try and do, and it's evolved a bit since what you're watching here, but normally what I try and do is pop a shot from above the free throw line. Then I'll go to the right and try and pop one from a sort of mid-range shot. And then I like to finish off with a dunk. So I like to hit the dunk before the buzzer goes. It's just a ritual, pre-game ritual, and it's what I do. So as you can see, we're doing really well. We're 2-1 at the start of the season. 3 games in Atlanta are 2-2. Dennis Schroeder is going to make a bit of a mess of me in this game, I reckon. But yeah. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. We'll have the corresponding video to this coming out tomorrow, I expect. And yeah, tell me what you think of both my training and my gameplay. Obviously, we're not getting a lot of time so far. This is only the 4th match, and we're still at 5 minutes per game kind of play time. So, you know, not getting a lot of game time. It's hard to really progress when you're not getting that game time. But I guess my best advice to anyone new into these sort of games is just pass the ball around. Getting assists, getting some good passes, just get you in the zone. Then you can start to put some shots up, get some points on the board, get some rebounds, get a couple of steals, and your stats will slowly improve. And that's basically been the I suppose, the approach that I've had to this game. It's just slow, little progressive steps, slowly getting better and better every time. Here we go, halftime. In the lead by 5 points, and I have a positive rating at halftime, which is not common. Well, at least it hasn't been common up until this point. From here onwards, my skills do get better, and my positive ratings do go up, and obviously that's what happens when you practice at something. You get better at it. But here we go. That's the end of the match. You've obviously missed the whole match, but we did win by 9 points, which is a tremendous result. And that brings us to the end of the video, where we start collecting all of our game event, what do you call them? Rewards? Rewards. Awards? Are they rewards or awards? Not sure. But either way, we're receiving them. And as you can see, I still need to really work on those free throws. But we are putting some good stats up on the board. Anyway, guys, that brings us to the end of this video pretty damn much. We have reached the end of the match. We've reached the end of the cutscenes. We've reached the end of the nonsense. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Jazz Club.